It's upside down,
real.
dude. Okay.
I know, I want... Okay, start it over. Hi, my name is Dorothea Dix, and I'm a social reformer for the welfare of the mentally ill. Stop.
Okay. Just continue.
I was born on April 4th, 1802 in Hampton, Maine. My dad's name was Joseph. He was a traveling preacher. My mother was always depressed. Significant. And I was the oldest of 3 siblings. I moved to Vermont in 1812 to avoid the War of 1812. After 2 years, I moved with my grandmother in Boston, but I didn't like her wealthy lifestyle. So I moved with my aunt in Worcester, that's in Massachusetts, in case you were wondering. So I guess I'm supposed to tell you about my life and stuff. Well, I started teaching schools at 14, and then I moved back to Boston.
Why did you say the thing?
What? Oh yeah! No, because I'm gonna get in trouble for that.
You said you wouldn't.
No, the other thing.
Huh?
I started teaching schools at age 14, and I moved back to Boston in 1819 and opened a school for girls called the Dix Mansion. I know, I'm pretty popular.
Cut. Okay.
I also had really bad health problems, and I usually had to take frequent breaks from teaching and stuff. And then in 1836, my health problems made me close most of my schools for good. But I mean, I guess it's okay because I was starting to write books in that time, so I mean, benefit of the doubt, right? Right. Please subscribe. In 1836, I traveled to England with my fam and came home months later. I took a job teaching inmates in East Cambridge Prison, where the treatment of prisoners was so inhumane that I started working for their improvement. Yeah, I have a good vocabulary. I was pissed to find that prisons were also used to house individuals with mental illnesses. I mean, like, I was really pissed. I toured the country campaigning to establish human asylums and hospitals in
Rhode Island, New York, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, South Carolina, Louisiana. Do I say it in the accent? New Jersey, Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky.
and that's pretty much all the ones that I didn't say.
Like an airplane.
Hello. Hello.
I mean, you get the point. After a careful investigation, I submitted to the Massachusetts legislature on the disgusting conditions that I had seen. Like a woman in a cage, one man losing the use of his limbs, one man and one woman chained. I mean, like, it was pretty freaky, man. In 1848, I asked Congress to give more than 12 million acres of land to be used for the benefit of the mentally ill, as well as others with different disabilities. Both houses of Congress approved the bill, but in 1854, it was vetoed by President Franklin Pierce. He wanted to kick his ass. But I didn't. Don't worry. Instead, I went to Europe. Because who doesn't go to Europe when they're frustrated? It only made sense to me after being rejected. Not that it's the first time I've been rejected. Wake me up inside! Moving on! It only made sense to go to the legislature of Massachusetts demanding that officials take actions towards reform. This tea is really good. I told them about the dramatic accounts of prisoners flogged, starved, chained, physically and sexually abused by their keepers and left naked and without heat or sanitation. I mean, no, just like, no, it was freaky AF. I returned to the United States in 1856. And when the Civil War started in 1861, I volunteered and was named superintendent of nurses. Wow. What?
Okay.
I was responsible for setting up field hospitals and first aid stations, recruiting nurses, managing supplies, setting up training programs, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff. I often fought with army officials, I guess, and they widely feared and disliked me.
So after months of hard work, patting myself on the back because it was really exhausting, was ousted from my position and left by the fall of 1836, and I was sent home. After the war, I went back to being a social reformer. I traveled a lot in Europe, and I continued to write books, like offer guidance and stuff because I'm kind of really smart. Old hospitals were redesigned according to my idea, and new hospitals were founded, like, because I really wanted that, and I was a big part of. Stop. I got malaria in 1870 and I couldn't travel anymore. Kind of sucked because I wanted to make more differences in other parts in the world. I guess my poor health problems are gonna come back around the corner at some point. I started living in the hospital I had found 40 years earlier in Trenton, New Jersey. Hey. Oh, God, I gotta stop. And that's where I died. And that's where my life ended, surrounded by my accomplishments, by what I had done in a hospital I had built for other people. And that's something I'd like to say I'm really proud of. May I rest in peace. Dorothea Lindex, born April 1802, died July 17th, 1887, at the age of 85, with a lot of accomplishments. Yeah, I don't know. Yo.
The best one.
Day. You could have picked it last week before I cracked my camera.
We could just fake that you're faking fake teeth.
Socks and sandals. Wet, wet, wet. Socks and sandals.
Yeah. And a ruler. Pick them up. Get out of here.
Please subscribe.